Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Easton and today I'm answering 3 common questions that passengers ask the flight attendants. These answers are coming directly from a flight attendant, me. But before we start, hey, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I'll let you know right now, I am shooting for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal. I've actually made a goal. So hey, if you subscribe, it really helps me out. I appreciate it. Also, this video is super short, so it gives you plenty of time to go ahead and just give it the old thumbs up. Y'all, that would be awesome. It'd be great. If you find the video enjoyable, of course. Now, we're gonna make our way to the #1 most common question that I get asked as a flight attendant. So let's start with number 3 and work our way up. So number 3, the weather's fine. Why can't we just take off? Look, when there's a delay, especially after everyone is boarded and you push back from the gate and you're just sitting on the tarmac and you're like, okay, I've been in the cabin now for an hour. Why can't we just take off? The weather's fine. It's typically because ATC, or air traffic control, says to hold off due to weather en route, or a ground stop at the airport you're going to, or maybe there's just simply too many planes in the sky. And I want you to know that just because you're going from Denver to Fort Lauderdale and the weather's clear and beautiful in both places does not mean that the weather's clear and beautiful in the route that you're taking. And not every time can you just go around that weather either. You can't just be like, well, why not just go above or under or around it? This is not going to grandma's house. Because when you think about it, ATC's whole job is to direct air traffic. They monitor congestion and weather. So if it's not safe, you're not going. And I'd be pretty happy about that if I were you. Now, there could also be a ground stop at the airport you're going to. A ground stop is where the airport is no longer taking any planes, and typically planes aren't taking off. Something that can cause this is, well, ATC, or it could be lightning within a certain radius of the airport and all ground personnel must go inside. This means that no one's there to marshal planes into the gates or handle luggage or work on maintenance. And also the runways just might be congested, or there may just be too many planes in the skies. If there's just too many planes in the skies, we gotta let it thin out a little bit so planes can land, and then people can start coming in as they normally would. And believe me on this, the last thing the airline wants to do is make you late. I mean, just think about it for a moment. When you have to be somewhere, all right, and you choose an airline and you're like, no, I have to be at this wedding, this funeral, whatever it is. You go with whatever airline is dependable. The airline that you have great faith that, you know what? They are gonna get me there on time. So when you get mad because there's a delay, you're not getting mad at anybody in particular. So don't take your anger out on anyone in particular. The flight attendants. Every US airline wants to be the most on-time airline so they can, in that scenario and in every other scenario, win your business. That's a massive part of what they're all competing for. So when there's a delay, I can assure you the airline's just as pissed off as you are. Because not only does it make you mad, it also totally screws up the operation. The whole goal is to get you to your destination on time or early. And number 2, can I change my seat? Look, if there is an open seat and it's not in an upgraded cabin that you did not pay for, then typically, sure. But if you booked your tickets last minute and you get it split up from your family, or you get that middle seat that you just didn't want, please do not expect others to give up their seats due to your poor planning. Matter of fact, Family Guy said it best.
It all together.
No, we don't switch.
Because when we booked, they didn't have 3 together.
Ma'am, your poor planning does not constitute an emergency for me. You'll see him in Paris. Go sit down.
And also, I want you to note that exit rows are typically considered an upgraded seat because they have extra legroom, so people pay a premium for that.
Sir Thomas! Have a seat. People, please. Settle, please. Tyrell, Patty, please.
And if I may, as a flight attendant, let me give you a little advice. Book your tickets in advance so you never run into this problem. And should an emergency come up last minute and you gotta book a ticket, it was expensive, and you got whatever is left on the plane, then that is that. All right, you play the hand you're dealt. The seat you got should be good enough because you're on the plane. You're getting to your destination. There is no need to inconvenience others in the process. And lastly, the most common question I swear passengers ask flight attendants, especially during a delay, is, can you call ahead and have them hold the plane for me? I'll answer this one very clearly. No, absolutely not. No. For 1 second, think about what you just asked. There's a delay. Your connection's tight. Do you think the airline just forgot about you and forgot that you purchased these tickets? Forgot where you are? Forgot the plane was delayed? The airline's just like, oh my gosh, Margaret, we forgot all about you. Oh, I'm so glad you called. Yes, we're gonna make the 215 people that are on the plane ready to go. We're gonna make them wait 15 extra minutes so you can get there. Yes, oh, it won't cause just a 15-minute delay. It'll probably cause like a 30, 45-minute delay. But you know what? You're the one that matters, Margaret. So we're gonna go ahead and hold that plane. And look, assuming it was even possible for a flight attendant to call your connecting flight and have them hold it for you, that would hold 200 plus other passengers from arriving to their destination on time. And some of them, most of them, probably have connecting flights also. And they may miss it, and they may have to be rebooked, or they may ask, would you call and have them delay the plane so we can then make our flight? Do you see the domino effect? That's some wild selfishness. And look, I'm answering this question because I get it. Nobody thinks of the 200 plus other people when they ask this question. They don't think about the delays and the time it would take for, if you needed 15 minutes, that's conservative, by the way, 15 minutes, more than likely it's 20, 25. Because when you get to the plane, they got to board it up, they got to run numbers, they got to make sure they got the fuel, they got to disconnect the jet bridge. It's a whole thing. And let's just think about logistics for a second. All right, so let's just say you got that 15 minutes, they delayed the plane for you. All right, you make it, they push back, they do all the things. Now, you were supposed to land at 6 p.m. to your destination, let's say Denver, okay? So you're supposed to land at 6 p.m. in Denver, but you got that 15-minute delay. You're now gonna land at 6:15 p.m. in Denver. But there was another plane that was coming from somewhere else that was supposed to land at 6:15 p.m. They're on time. So now you're both coming in to land at the same time. One of y'all's got to back off a little bit. All right, this one lands. Got to wait a little bit for that one to fully get off the runway. All right, now this one lands. All right, now it lands at like 6:20. There's another plane that was waiting to land at 6:20, and it's a domino effect that goes over and over and over. It just totally screws up a lot of things. So now you can think of all of that next time you want to ask that question. Think about all the people you would be displacing if you actually got your wish. So instead, my advice is attempt to make your connection, and if you don't, the airline will rebook you. But please don't request that 200 plus other people wait on you, the one. Come on. And those are the 3 answers to common questions that passengers ask flight attendants. Y'all, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it insightful. Y'all make sure and subscribe to the channel. Give it the old thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And you can follow me on the socials and also shop my Amazon storefront, all in the link in the description below. Also, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you like the video, or if you want me to dive into deeper flight attendant content, I'm happy to do so. I really enjoy doing this. Y'all, I will talk to y'all next time. God be with you.